97 yards. This is a similar situation to Notre Dame. What are you going to do at quarterback? Look, they got Max Johnson as the backup to Haynes.
Dial him up.
But first of all, your reaction here to App State, the second team out of the Sun Belt to pull off an upset on this Saturday.
Who would have thought?
Nobody.
The Sun Belt would be the more dominant conference out of all conference play in college football. That's what we're seeing right now. Upset Saturday is the name of the game. Parlay Busters is the name of the game. Notre Dame killed a lot of folks' parlays. The same can be said for A&M hosting App State today. And I said this earlier. If you don't learn anything from me today, learn this. If you don't have a quarterback, the field is 150 yards. That's how it feels when you're trying to drive the length of the football field to score. You got to go an extra 50. And that's the case right now for A&M. If you look at the quarterback play from either side, both quarterbacks had struggles. But if you look at Haynes King, he had guys open, but he's just not seeing the football field properly. And because of that, we're not seeing accurate passes, and they're not able to generate and convert first downs. And because of that, App State took advantage of the mishaps, and they were able to come into a difficult situation and come up with a huge upset.
How does this happen? I mean, I'm still trying to scratch my head. How is Texas A&M a team that upset Alabama last season, losing to App State? And there's no disrespect to App State. It's a good football program. But you're supposed to be in the mix for a college football playoff. This was coming into the season, Jimbo Fisher, they got this great recruiting class. They got the #1 class in the country. They got this loaded team. But then they lose in week 2 to App State. It's not like they were even on the road going to Alabama or at home against Alabama.
College football consists of two things. You can have okay coaching and good quarterback play and win ball games. But if you got good coaching and good quarterback play, you will go deep. You will go far. If you struggle, especially at the quarterback spot, you're going to struggle. You cannot compare the talent that A&M has over App State. But one thing you can compare is the individual position, which is the quarterback. We saw struggles from Haynes King last week. Right? We saw some interceptions. We saw some good things, but we all felt like, well, first start of the season, he should find his stride against App State. And don't forget, this is the same App State defense that surrendered, 60 points or so to North Carolina last week. They couldn't get a stop. They couldn't buy a stop. Even if it was on the clearance rack, they couldn't afford to do so. But today, they had a pocket full of money, and they walked into the store, and they bought every stop they needed to buy to be able to come up huge on the defensive end for this huge upset.
You know who's got a pocket full of money? Appalachian State. Texas A&M paid them $1.5 million.
Here we go again. So you pay someone to come beat you.
Yeah.
That's not smart. You got to be careful who you're paying to come play you. You better make sure you got a guaranteed victory.
You need
as close as guarantee as possible.
You need like Samford or like Central Connecticut State.
I don't know. You need an FCSSSS opponent.
Right now, I can't believe this. I really can't. Like Texas A&M goes down. Notre Dame.
Parlay Busters.
We're outside of that now.
Listen,
this is chaos. And then imagine if Alabama had lost to Texas. The chaos,
no question.
The chaos is here.
But
it's real. This is why we love college football. The problem is, if you're a fan of this school, if you are a player at this school, this is the margin of error. The margin of error right now, without the college football playoff expanding. This is the situation where you're in week 2 and you got to win this game. People are talking about you competing for a spot in the playoff. This is, as you sell it, disco dead. Yeah, now Texas A&M, one loss for Texas A&M. Sure, could they run the table?
Their division.
They could run the table, and they could still get in.
But I can tell you this much: they're not running anything until they find better quarterback play. And get this: next week, next 2 ball games, Miami and Arkansas.
Yeah, I mean, good
teams
luck.
that have pretty good quarterback play. Yeah. 2 teams that are playing with a lot of confidence right now. A&M, this is a tough situation to be in, but most importantly for them, they better find an answer at the quarterback position. Will it be Haynes King or will it be Max Johnson? I can tell you this much. Jimbo is going to do some searching today, tonight, tomorrow night, leading into next week's ball game.
Well, they are partying in Boone, North Carolina right now. App State is going nuts. They're going to be greeting them off the plane as they come home with a victory against the Aggies on the road at College Station. Texas A&M had won 37 straight home games against non-conference unranked teams. Their last loss, B-Mac, Miami in 2008. Guess who they play next? Miami. Fun Belt, indeed, as App State secures the second win of the day.
I like that. Fun Belt.
By the Sun Belt.
Fun today.
Versus a top 10 team.
Today
Marshall
is their
beating
day.
Notre Dame. It is.
Don't bet against the Sun Belt.
Have a day, Sun Belt.
Don't put them in your parlay.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.